I love it. All right. How many of y'all want to see how the money works? All right. We're going to have a good session next. And, you know, this is a dream come true for a lot of us who have been in the decentralized world, and we saw the value of blockchain technology, but we have a love for our industry. And what we set out to do years ago was do what has never been done. And when we first came up with this idea, and it was a team of us that said, man, if we could decentralize some components of the network marketing industry, like by using blockchain and smart contracts, if we could create a model where genealogy could never be moved, it was permanent on the blockchain, where back-end deals couldn't be made, where companies couldn't kick someone out because, you know, they were starting another company or whatever it might be, we could really impact the industry. And for a long time, we were told it was impossible. But for the last 3 years, we've successfully executed. We've done millions and millions of transactions on the blockchain through smart contracts in the peer-to-peer environment. And we've been able, with an incredible technology team, to build the world's first ever fully decentralized model. And the dream always was, if we could ever launch this model in the product world, it would be incredible. But we said there's no way we're going to take the most disruptive model we believe the industry's ever seen and use it for something that's normal. Like we weren't gonna decentralize shakes, or we weren't gonna decentralize, kind of just another Me Too product. And so when we met Dr. Eric and the vision that he had for Biolimitless, we knew. We said, this is it. This product category would become $1 billion deal with or without blockchain and with or without smart contracts. It would stand on its own 2 legs. And if we can bring those 2 worlds together, by the people, for the people, in health, self-care, and the financial side, we knew that it would be an absolute game changer. And so the word is going to get out. The word's going to get out fast. Please understand that we're in a soft launch from now till March. This is a soft launch. We actually created our tech team, our very own blockchain just for this project, so that we could do some things that were necessary to really make the process more fluid for people who are not familiar with the cryptocurrency or the blockchain world. And there's going to be a little bit of a learning curve. There's going to be a little bit of a promise, but I promise you this: once a person comes through the doorway of decentralization, it's one of the most exciting doors you'll ever walk through in your life. And the learning curve really is pretty simple. It's a pretty simple learning curve, but man, it unlocks everything. I laugh because we've done projects in the digital world, and I talked to friends of mine who were CEOs of and leaders in network marketing companies, and they would find out that up until this project, we've never even collected a person's name or email address. Can you imagine that? Literally building global movements, hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars in revenue, and we don't even have a name, phone number, or email address from a single person who joined our projects. That's incredible, to be honest with you, because the wallet address is their identity, and only one person in the world owns the keys to their wallet. And when they go to a website with that wallet, they are recognized and identified, and it represents their entire identity. Now, here we got to ship products and stuff, so we're going to have to get some information. But from the financial smart contract side, from the business side, it's 100% done in a decentralized environment. So I'm going to invite out to stage a gentleman who is just one of the top leaders I've ever had the opportunity to work with. Half of the good ideas we've come up with come from him and his team of leaders and his organizations. He understands business. He understands this industry. He understands personal development at a level that most people aspire to. And it's going to be an honor to be able to do this presentation with him today. So guys, help me welcome to the stage Avinash. And you guys know him, love him. And we're going to share some incredible information together today. Let's crush it, brother. Absolutely.
How you all doing? I didn't hear enough excitement. How you all doing? That's better. Now, before we dive in, I'm just going to take a quick minute and share something with you that really resonates with me today. You know, what we've seen on stage, the information we've been given today, just brought me back in time a little bit. You know, in this industry, we always talk about how to make money, how much money we'll make, the wealth aspect. And I remember attending an event a few years ago, hosted by a mentor of mine, and he did a little exercise on stage. And he called a few people on stage and said, well, if I could show you how to make $1 million right now, today, how excited would you be? And they were jumping up and down. And then he said, well, what if I showed you how to make 5 million right now? And they were going crazy. He said, but there's only one condition. Only one. You don't wake up tomorrow. And the whole excitement was wiped out. Wow. Which showed how we chase the wealth without understanding and realizing the importance of health.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't think this is just a game changer. I think this can become an evolution in mankind.
Yeah.
What we're offering, what we have in the palm of our hand today is something that we can help ourselves, our family, everyone around us. As my good friend Rabu said, this is for everyone you know. What do you say, Jeremy?
I'm all in, buddy.
All right, super. Let's dive right in.
All right, so leading edge disruptive business model. We've touched on this already, guys, but the entire rewards plan is executed through smart contracts, providing instant and guaranteed payout, immediate rewards that guarantees the payout, and full transparency on every transaction. The entire genealogy is on the blockchain, providing immutable and permanent structure, no back-end deals, and no ability for the company to move teams. How many of you or someone you know in this industry worked really, really hard pouring their life into a project only to have something happen out of their control? They were kicked out of the company. Their team was moved out from under them. Raise your hand, make some noise, clap. How many of y'all know some people that have seen that happen? It's been one of the biggest conversations we've been having with leaders that are reaching out right now, telling us their stories. And I mean, listen, there's companies right now that literally have closed their entire peer-to-peer model, and there's people that poured their whole lives to build that brand only to get completely removed from the deal in the end. We want to make sure that that stops happening in the industry. I believe every company is going to go this direction.
Absolutely.
If they don't, they've got something to hide. We got disruptive products and product categories. Just real quick, guys, I think we got to highlight this. How many of y'all agree that that DNA testing is a game changer? That alone. We're tapping in. This is huge from a marketing perspective. We're tapping into two of the biggest market trends right now with our product category. Peptides right now is the biggest emerging trend in the wellness world. Anybody ever heard of Ozempic? All it is, the only active ingredient, only one, not two, not three, not a combination, no secret code. It's a peptide. They took semaglutide, put it into a needle, selling it for 100 times, 200 times more than what it actually costs to produce, calling it a medicine, and all it is a peptide. Isn't that crazy? Peptides are massive right now, and gut health is something everybody is familiar with. We're tapping into some big things, but this is what I'm really excited about, is the roadmap. Because here's one promise we can make to you, along with Dr. Eric, and this is, you and I, Avi, we're talking about this, but our commitment to this roadmap is we want to stay on the bleeding edge of the latest, greatest, newest technologies in health science, whether that be product breakthroughs, whether that be technology breakthroughs. We know that we're going to position ourselves in front of some major breakthrough scientific discoveries. And before many of them even hit the market, we're going to get to go first in those products. We will always have something epic in front of us as we build this community out.
And we couldn't have been at a better time.
Yeah.
Right? The last few years has seen a shift in people's mindset when it comes to their own health, when it comes to weight management.
Yeah.
It's going, which is why Ozempic has become such a huge company in such a small period of time.
Yeah. In Dubai, we're launching this is good for you to know our roadmap. So today we're launching our 2 core products and the DNA testing. In February at the Dubai event, we're launching our solution-specific products. So Dr. Eric has put together some mind-blowing formulas for weight loss, for muscle gain, anti-aging products for skincare and literally specific products. And how many of y'all agree from a marketing perspective that is also a game changer? To be able to bring targeted solution-specific products to the world, and that's going to be happening. I'm excited about those products.
I'm pumped.
He says he's got one to grow hair back, so.
Well, I need it.
But
and I know that's why you're telling me, right?
Yeah. And well, Edward too. Edward's like, I'm excited about that one. All right. This is big too, guys. Disruptive brand harmony retail model. So, there's a lot of folks out there. How many doctors do we have? Doctors and medical professionals do we have here today? Look at this, guys, all over the room. Hands are going up. That's incredible. Give our doctors and medical workers a round of applause, because these guys are true warriors in the field every day, impacting lives. But not all doctors and medical practices are eager to connect themselves to network marketing, right? And taking a position, and some do, and some will have a network marketing business over here, but they want to be able to maybe just sell a product, sell the DNA test, be able to bring something to the retail market, not in a network marketing environment. That's also true with social influencers. The social influencer market is one of the biggest markets in the world today for brand building, brand awareness, and for sales volume, but it doesn't really fit in the context of a network marketing model. And so what we're launching, and it's not going live today, but it will go live in the next few weeks, is an influencer and doctor model where doctors and influencers can market to their retail market without participating in the network marketing model. And listen to this, 20% of all of the sales that come from those retail outlets go back into the rewards plan in the form of our bonus pools that we're going to talk about today. This has never been done in the history of the industry, where we're going to be able to create a brand massive explosion of brand awareness around the world, have retail outlets that are happening outside of the network marketing component, but the volume and the commissions of that goes back into the rewards plan. How many of y'all think that's pretty cool? The social influencer model, for example, will provide turnkey system and push-button integration with things like TikTok Shop and online ordering. Influencers must qualify for participation based on their follower metrics. The doctor's model allows physicians and clinics to have their own product website for patients to access Biolimitless products in a direct retail to consumer market and still benefit the entire community globally. So just one of the extra things that we're doing. And of course, the Biolimitless Centers of Excellence will also be selling the Biolimitless products. And again, the revenue from those centers, from the product sales, also goes back to the community. The Biolimitless Centers of Excellence. How many of y'all excited about this? Woo! Avi, I'm pumped about this.
I am as well. We had a conversation a few days about this. Yeah. And you know, when you hear the information sometimes first time, you think you got it. And then when you hear the second and third time, you realize, oh my God, it's much bigger than that. Yeah. You realize you never really got it. But now I got it.
This is a major disruptor in our model. And the ability, guys, for the community to actually own, through an equity crowdfunding model, for the community to actually invest and own real equity in the Biolimitless Centers of Excellence. This has never been done before. The Biolimitless Centers of Excellence, Dr. CG is going to talk more about this today, but they will provide everything that you could imagine in the healthcare world. Our vision is to crowdfund 1,000 clinics worldwide. That's going to turn into 2,000. I'll explain that to you in just a moment. Each clinic will raise $5 million in capital. So every clinic that we're opening, $5 million in capital will be raised, giving participants 50% profit sharing and equity. So literally those members who participate in that crowdfund, and it's all going to be done through smart contracts. There will be a smart contract that allows all of that to be managed. The contributors of that crowdfund have their share of equity, and 50% of the profits from the clinics pay out to the community. Watch this. From the first 10 million in profits, 5 million pays to the crowdfund participants. The other 50%, or 5 million, will be used to open up a second center. Crowdfund members who fund one center will have 50% ownership and profit sharing of 2 Biolimitless centers of excellence. And our lawyer will be coming up to talk a little later, but when we launch the crowdfunding model, it's going to be in the next 2 to 4 weeks. The investment will begin as a Reg D offering in the U.S., requiring accredited investor verification, and a Reg S offering internationally. Once the regulation crowdfund filing is complete, retail investors will also be able to participate.
So, Jeremy, what you're saying is, I don't think they got it. So you're saying we will raise 5 million to open up one center of excellence. And from the profits generated there, not only 50% comes back to the community, the other 50% is used to open a second one.
Yes.
That the crowdfunders also benefit
Yes.
from. Guys, are you hearing this?
And that ownership is for life, that profit sharing is for life as well. Avi, what I just realized, and I don't know how this is going to affect the rest of our slides, but the final edited version of this that we did is not what we're looking at right now.
Okay.
So just to be aware, I think we're good because we only made a couple minor changes. But to participate in the crowdfund, you will be required to purchase a crowdfunding membership. So by law, legally, guys, we are not allowed to pay commissions on investment, right? We can't reward investment. What we can do is we can have a crowdfunding membership, and in order to participate in the investment opportunity, you have to be a member. You have to purchase that membership. And so we have a model where let's see where we're at here. So for example, a person wishing to invest $100,000 would first purchase a membership for $20,000. For example, a 5K membership would allow for a $25,000 investment. A 10K membership would allow for a $50,000 investment. 20K would allow for $100K. 50K allows for $250K. And by the way, one of the benefits that everyone gets in the crowdfunding model, and we're going to announce details later, but you're going to get lifetime discounts for you and your family at all of the Biolimitless centers of excellence.
Jeremy, I think it's important for people to understand here, especially those who are going to be building a business from a network marketing perspective, that membership is what comes back.
Yes.
Right? It's so key, and we will cover that shortly, but it's very important. That's why it's a must.
The product packs that we're going to be starting with, the Master Microbiotic product can be bought by itself at a 3-month or 6-month supply. The Duo Pack, where you can get both products, the Cell Signal and the Master Microbiotics, 3-month, 6-month, or 12-month supply. You get discounts for the bigger supplies. By the way, the supplies will ship in 3-month supply. So if you order a 12-month supply, you'll basically have a shipment every 3 months. We're not setting up an auto ship program with the blockchain because you'd have to freeze your funds in a smart contract. So we're going to allow people to go ahead and purchase and make that commitment in advance. The DNA Discovery Kit, if you buy it by itself, it'll be 900 USDT. In the bundle pack, it'll be 700, and that's the complete package. This is what we think 90% of people are going to do, the complete pack. You get the DNA test, the cell signaling formula, and the Master Microbiotics, 3-month supply, 6-month supply, or a 12-month supply with the DNA test. There's no limit per account, so if you want to purchase for your family members, etc., you're able to do that. Let's dive into the rewards plan. So we have a 10-generation unilevel structure with some amazing dynamics and compression built into it. 8% on your personal referrals, 44, 3333, 444 on the generations for the product sales. For the crowdfunding membership, and 5% to the elite bonus pool that we're going to talk about today, total payout is 45%. For the Biolimitless crowdfunding license fee, 20% personal referrals, 10-10, 5-5-5-5, 10-10-10, and 10% into the elite bonus pool. And we'll talk about where this really gets exciting as we move forward. Total payout of 100% on the licensing fee. Remember, this has nothing to do with the investment portion itself. This is from the crowdfunding licensing fee. Champion and Legend breakage pools. Guys, we're going to hang out here for a moment because this is a game changer. This is literally something that the industry's never done. Raise your hand if you know what breakage is in a compensation plan.
Not many.
Not many. Avi, why don't you tell them what breakage is traditionally?
Okay. Breakage, I'll tell you the secret of breakage pools first. Breakage is where most network marketing companies make the most of their money. They structure the compensation plan in a way where they will have breakage and they will maximize their profits. And before I tell you what breakage is, the difference here is all of the breakage actually goes back to the community. So breakage, let me take a very simple example. If I was selling blazers and I had people selling blazers for me. So if I had Jeremy was selling blazers to me and I said, hey, once you get to 10 customers, you get 20% commission. But before that, you get 10%. So on his first 10 customers, there's a 10% that would have been paid out, but is not getting paid out. And I'm using a very simple way because I know there's a lot of people who's not in the network marketing industry. For those in network marketing, it's very simple to understand. If you don't qualify for a generation where you would have got paid if you qualified, that money is breakage. And here in Biolimitless, that breakage does not go to the founders. That breakage comes back to you.
Yeah. This is one of the most powerful use cases of blockchain and smart contracts because it creates this ultimate level of transparency where 100% of the rewards plan goes back to the community. And we tested a breakage pool in a sports project we recently did. And let me just tell you that top leaders were making, in some cases, multiple six figures a month just from this one single component, this breakage pool component. And we've dialed it in for this project at a whole nother level. What it means, again, just to sum it up, it guarantees that 100% of the compensation plan pays out to the community every single time without a single dollar of breakage going back and being taken away from the community. And it's a game changer in our industry. We believe it's the new gold standard. So you earn shares in the Champions Pool and the Legends Pool. 50% of all the breakage goes into the Champions Pool. 50% of all the breakage goes into the Legends Pool. It's very simple to earn these shares. Every month you're qualifying based on volume for different generations. Whatever you qualify for, there's a certain amount of shares that you will earn, and we'll show you that. For Legends Pool, when you qualify for generations 8, 9, and or 10, you earn shares in the Legends Pool, and 50% of that breakage pays into both of those pools. Again, breakage is any unpaid portion of the rewards plan, which guarantees that 100% of the rewards plan pays out to the community who is building. Paying all breakage back to the community is a disruptive component of our rewards plan. And we'll talk more about how that works. Generation qualification. So generation 1, everybody gets paid. You join Biolimitless, you purchase your product, and you get paid on your personal referrals. Oh, it's not up there yet. Sorry.
There you go.
8% on your product sales, 20% of the crowdfunding membership of your personal referrals. Generation 2 is unlocked when you have 2 active members using the product. And so you refer 2 people, you have 2 active customers. What does active mean? Well, active means maybe they buy a 6-month pack, 6 months it goes up, and they buy their next pack, right? For example, it means that they're active, they're using the products. Generation 3 is unlocked with 1,000 in monthly team sales, and the 50% rule applies. And we're going to talk about that 50% rule in just a moment. So this is really, for the person who says, I'm new to network marketing, I'm just getting started, I refer a couple of people, they refer a couple of people. I got a small team that's growing. We wanted to make it real simple for a person to be able to unlock generation 2, unlock generation 3, be able to earn some money, be able to get paid, but at the same time have a little bit to do, a little bit of goals to reach, to keep them active and to keep them building. So let's move on to a couple of explanations here on the generation. So what is team volume? Team volume is the total volume in your personally enrolled line of sponsorship, which means each team begins with every personal referral. So if you enrolled 4 people, you would have 4 teams. Each person you referred basically would be the beginning of that team. If you personally enroll 4 people and person 3 starts to build, all of the volume from person 3 would count as volume from that team, that particular team, and anybody in that organization would be part of that volume. And so we're going to talk about this 50% rule, because the 50% rule applies to all the generation volume requirements. What that means is 50% of the requirement can come from any one personal team. 50%. So if the requirement, for example, is 100,000 to qualify, you can count up to 50,000 from one team. So if you have John, for example, who goes out and John does 60,000 in volume in his team, you can count 50,000 of that towards the 100,000 goal. If teams 2 and 3 did 25,000 each, now you have achieved generation 6 with 100,000 in qualified volume. So if team 1 went out and did 100,000 in volume, and you didn't have team 2 or team 3 doing anything, it would not qualify you for that generation, because only 50% of the 100,000 can be counted from one team. So Avi, why is that important in our industry?
Well, it's very important, but also it's just to make sure that people understand. Whatever target volume you're going for to unlock certain generations, no more than 50% of that can come from one line of business. And that's important because you do not want someone to come in and sponsor one person who goes out and does the work, but the reward goes to the person who just brought one person.
Right.
It's very important. That's why we have a 50% rule. It encourages people to actually build wide, because when you build wide, you're setting up your business for the long term.
Yep. And when you understand compression, and you understand that the breakage goes to the community, not the company, this is a very important rule, because it makes sure that the people that are getting paid are actually earning the right to get paid, and not just getting lucky with one single person.
And I think you should expand on the compression a little bit more now that you've already mentioned it, because it goes, so if someone doesn't qualify, in the example we just showed, someone trying to qualify for generation 6 at 100,000 volume, but they only have one leg of business that does 100,000 and no other leg of business. Guess what? They don't get paid on generation 6. That goes in the breakage pool. For anyone who qualify for the pools, well, there's a share of that coming back to you.
And the compression goes up, so it looks up. So you could have somebody 50 levels below you, and they could end up on your 5th level for that month's payout because of the compression. So compression makes sure that the system looks upline for the next qualified person to earn that payout. So it means you can get paid way beyond 10 levels because of the generation compression. We've run the numbers and seen that, how that happens, and it's very rare that all 10 generations are not being paid out somewhere because of the compression. So it's a very powerful part of the model. So what does it take to qualify? So generation 4 is 25,000 in volume when you in a calendar month with the 50% rule. So you could have 12,500 from one team, 12,500 from another. You could have 10,000 from one team, 10,000 from another, that's 20,000, and 5,000 from a third team, right? Any combination of volume to get to that 25,000. And when you do that, you also earn one share in the champions bonus pool. Generation 5 is 50,000 in monthly volume. When you do that, you earn an additional 2 shares in the champions pool. Now you have a total of 3 shares in the champions pool. Generation 6 is 100,000 in team volume in a calendar month. When you qualify that, you earn an additional 3 shares and a total of 6 shares in the champions pool. And Generation 7, 250,000 in volume. When you do this, you have a total of 15 shares in the breakage pool. So again, that breakage pool is so powerful because it's an equitable payout. It says, hey, you're earning the right to get your share of this pool every single month based upon your monthly performance.
Jeremy, how long are those shares valid for?
It's 30-day share. So when you qualify in any calendar month, the following month, the first of the month, all of the breakage from that previous month pays out in the bonus pool, and your wallet will be able to withdraw its share of those profits.
Fantastic.
All generations 4 through 7 are based on calendar month qualifications, and unlock your generations instantly for the remainder of that month. So this is pretty cool. When you hit a qualification in a month, that qualification activates immediately. So immediately you start earning on that generation, plus it unlocks that generation for the entire following month as well. So it releases instantly, plus you get the entire following month paid out as well. Now, this is pretty disruptive here as we go through generations 8, 9, and 10. Generations 8, 9, and 10 are not based on monthly qualifications. Generations 8, 9, and 10 are based upon lifetime qualification. It's cumulative. So everything you do from day one adds up and adds up and adds up and adds up to achieve these higher rank unlocks. And this is powerful because some people may get there fast, some people may get there slow, but why this is powerful is because no matter what you're doing on a monthly basis, it's all compounding to ultimately help you get to the very top of the compensation plan. So that's powerful. If you have a lower month, not a higher month, it still counts towards the future achievement of the top ranks.
Well, it is because it allows for everyone to be able to qualify for this.
Yes.
See, generally what will happen, you have a compensation plan where the higher generation, the higher levels is only achievable by certain people with a certain level of experience.
Yep.
Or someone who has an existing team. But this allows other people, even someone who's new to the business, to the industry, to get there, even if it takes them 6 months,
yes,
1 year, but they have the opportunity to be able to get there.
It's absolutely powerful. And the way this works is when you unlock a generation, for Generation 8, for example, it's a 6-month unlock. So that generation is unlocked for an entire 6 months, and you earn a share in the Legends pool for an entire 6 months. And we're going to show you how these renew in just a moment. So you unlock Generation 8 with 1 million in a cumulative team volume. You qualify for an entire 6 month of Generation 8 being unlocked, and you get 1 share in the Legends pool, which also pays out for 6 months. Generation 9 is 2 million in a cumulative volume. So you do your next million in cumulative volume, you now qualify for 6 months for Generation 9, and you earn a second share in the Legends pool. But watch this. When you earn your second share, which is a 6-month payout, it also renews your first share for 6 months. So now not only do you get another share in the bonus pool, but the first share that you qualified for has now been given an additional 6-month extension. It's powerful.
See, that's never been done before. You mentioned in one of our projects before, we've seen some of those pools pay 6-figure a month.
Yeah.
And here it allows people, the people who's working, who's putting the effort in on a constant basis, to be able not just go and earn a share, but also renew any shares they've earned before. So technically, you could start accumulating shares if you do it the right way.
It's powerful. Generation 10, you unlock it with 3 million in cumulative volume. So you add your next million in cumulative volume, you permanently unlock all generations. I don't think they heard me.
They didn't.
Maybe my mic went out.
They didn't. Say it again. Say it again. Now, only a few heard you. Say it again one more time.
I think they like your accent more. So why don't you say it?
But it depends. When I speak English, I have a French accent. When I speak French, I've got an English accent. Which one do you want?
I don't know. Why don't you say it in French and let's see if they get excited.
I've got a few. Where are my French people at? Some of them are here. No, we'll go with the English and
Okay, all
French
right,
accent. We'll keep everyone happy. So when you get to 3 million in cumulative volume, could take you, some people do it in their first month. Some could take 5 months, 10 months, 2 years. But it unlocks all generations permanently. Permanently.
No matter how long it takes to get there, you're going to hear from some leaders towards the end of the event today who just in 6 months of a project that we did in the sports industry, you're going to see about 10 leaders here today that did 10 million or more, 10 million or more in sales volume in a 6-month period. And so 3 million to unlock all 10 generations permanently is fantastic. But here's what also happens. You get your third share in the Legends pool for 6 months, and you renew your previous 2 shares for an additional 6 months. So now share number 1's renewed from share number 2. When you earn generation 10, share number 1 renews again, share number 2 renews, and you get a third share in this pool. And by the way, it doesn't stop there. For every 1 million you do after the 3 million, it all starts over again. You get another share in the pool, another million, you get another share in the pool, renews the previous share, and there's no limit to how many shares a person can earn in the Legends bonus pool. Avi?
Well, that's very powerful because it caters for everyone, right?
Yeah.
There's people who's going to go out there, like Jeremy just said, there's some fantastic leaders who's earned so many shares in our previous project, but it will allow everyone to be able to get there. But for those who go out there and build a big business, for some of the network marketers, the top leaders that we have here, this will become your main focus.
Yeah.
That pool, you know what? I don't know what claims we can and cannot make. We're on US soil, so I'm gonna try and dim it down. I'm just gonna be, just thinking of it, my hand is itching. I can feel it. I know what's going to become. And for some of you who's worked with me before, you know, I don't go on stage and just give the lip. That's not me, right? But I've seen the previous project. I've had a good amount of shares, probably not enough, it's never enough, but it has been insane in the rewards. And this is going to be way more powerful because we learned from the previous project, and this has been structured even better for you to be able to accumulate your shares more and more and more.
And it's powerful because it creates such a collective goal, right? Because in these breakage pools, when anyone wins, we all win, right? Everyone gets to work together to create momentum in the project because it simply creates more rewards in these bonus pools. So you really get to celebrate the success of each other because ultimately when we're winning together because of the breakage pool. So it's very, very powerful. And we got one more, cherry on the top, and that's called the Elite bonus pool. And guys, this is absolutely next level. The Elite bonus pool is for top leaders. You achieve a share in this pool by reaching 5 million in a cumulative volume, and you get a share in 5% of top line revenue of all product sales and 10% of all the Biolimitless Centers of Excellence memberships. This is so powerful. 5% of all of the products from the smart contract pays out directly into this bonus pool, and that 5% is shared with the leaders who earn shares in this bonus pool. Absolutely incredible. And 10% of all the Biolimitless Centers of Excellence. Unlike the breakage pools, which pay out monthly, this pool pays out every 6 months, so twice a year, giving leaders time to achieve the 5 million in cumulative volume and time to earn as many shares as possible. The share is a 1-year share, which means every share you get is guaranteed 2 payouts. But it gets better.
It does get better.
Because every time you earn a new share in the Elite pool, you not only earn a new share in the Elite pool, but you add 1 extra year to any one previous share, even if that previous share has expired. So every 5 million you do, not only do you get a new share in the pool, but you get to bring a previous share along with you for a whole nother year. So as leaders of this, we've got leaders in this room. You heard from someone today like Ivica, who've done over $100 million in cumulative sales in their organizations. And in this type of rewards plan, that means an incredible opportunity to be participating in 5% of all of the revenue company-wide, 10% from all the memberships.
But Jeremy, this is a total different level now. We're not talking about breakage anymore.
Right.
We're talking about company-wide product sales. 5% of all product sales. 10% of all BCE licensing fees. Yeah. All of that will go into that pool. You know, the first payout is after 6 months. Mark my words. I don't know if we have a date set for that payout. That would be the biggest pool payout the industry has seen. There's no doubt about it. For those of you who are good with numbers, just work out some numbers. We know how many clinics, what was the name again? Sorry. I don't want to say clinic. I don't know if we're allowed. Like I said, exactly. So how much crowdfunding fund we're looking at, and what's the fees for that? If you take 10% of that, of just 21st clinic right now, and you said, maybe we'll have 20 people qualify for this, and you work out the numbers, it will make you fall off your chair.
Yep.
It would. You know, I've done some numbers. When I saw this, well, I only saw this today, but when I saw this, I done some numbers. And this will break every record in the industry.
No doubt. No doubt. It's huge. So here's what's on the table for all of us that are launching this project between now and September 30th. So basically the next 45 days. For those who purchase their product packs, activate their positions, get started before September 1st, all 10 generations are unlocked through September the 30th. So that means that you don't miss a single dollar in the 10 generations. All 10 generations are unlocked. Also, the first payout will happen on September the 1st. So September the 1st will be the first payout. That's because we have pre-existing members in the genealogy. It gives everyone time to activate with their purchases, and they will be able to activate their position before September 1st. This is also good because we have some groups, some companies that are merging their genealogies. They fell in love with Dr. Eric. They fell in love with the Biolimitless project. They fell in love with the blockchain and the rewards plan. We've got a group here from iHub, for example. Hey, where's our iHub folks at, by the way? Good to have you guys with us. Great to have you guys with us. So good to have you here. And they're migrating their genealogy. 1.4 million members migrating into the genealogy. So this will give their members and other companies that are coming on board, partnering with us, time to activate their positions, activate their spots before any payouts take place on September the 1st. The first breakage pool payout will be on October the 1st. So 45 days of breakage will accumulate, and that's going to be powerful. And even though we have 10 generations unlocked, there's going to be a large amount of breakage, because keep in mind that it's got to be up 10 generations of active members all the way up to the top position of the genealogy. 80% of our existing organization is within those 10 levels, which means there is no 10th generation to pay out, and that's going to all go to breakage. So there'll be a good breakage payout.
We've seen in the past from previous projects that some of the biggest volume comes from the first 9, 10 generations of the company. So automatically, although we're paying all 10 generations, well, if, for example, the company sponsored person A who sponsored person B, well, there's only 2 generations that can get paid above. So there are 8 generations of 3-4% average that gets left out, and that will go in the breakage pool.
And I think what's important to know too, for those of you who have not been a part of what we do, but even though there is a top position, a company position, by the way, there's only one. We never went out and said, let's do this type of thing. While it does get paid in the unilevel payouts, that position has always been removed from all the breakage pools. And it's always been removed from all of the bonus pools. In other words, because that wouldn't be fair if there's a top position who's unlocking this profit sharing with the whole community, that top position is going to have a lot of shares unlocked because everything is underneath it. So we have always made sure in the smart contract that the top position of the genealogy is not able to participate in the bonus pools. So 100% of those bonus pools pay out to the community and the leaders who are building. And hopefully that's a good testament to just, how we love to do things around here. A volume between August 17th and August 1st will be counted as 1 month for qualification and shares. So you're going to have 45 days in your first 45 days to go out and unlock your first qualification, and you'll get paid all 10 generations during those 45 days. Pre-existing members must activate with a purchase prior to September 1st in order to qualify for this 45-day promotion. So this really gives us a chance to go out and really hit this thing hard, and it's going to be incredible, create a bunch of momentum together, create some big checks, some big success stories on September 1st and throughout the month of September.
Yeah, it's exactly what we did in our first previous project as well. It allows people the time, especially because we have the genealogy already, it allows people the time to do that, but it's key that 45 days is a great time for qualification.
Absolutely. And then the last slide is just going to show you, so we have this promotion going, so it's better than what we're going to show you next. But when a new person joins after September 1st or any time forever in the future of the project, in their first 30 days, did I miss something there?
It's the same thing, I think.
Okay.
Oh, you did.
When a new person joins anytime in the future, they have a 30-day grace period, right? It's very, very powerful. In that grace period, they're going to get, in their first 30 days, all 10 generations unlocked. So if you got a leader that's coming in going, man, I want to launch, I want to build, or anyone that's coming in, they can take massive action, build momentum in their first 30 days, unlock and qualify for a bunch of cool stuff. But during those 30 days, they're going to have all 10 generations unlocked, and they're going to earn double the shares in the Champions bonus pool. Now, if you understand the psychology of building momentum, this is powerful, because you get a new person launch and you say, look, you run hard, we run hard together, and launch your business in the first 30 days, you're going to get double the shares in the breakage pool. That means double the bonus money. And for the first 30 days, there's no compression. You get paid on all 10 generations in your genealogy that we build together. So it just allows a new person to launch, really maximize the comp plan in those 30 days, and have a real strong opportunity to unlock their generations for the future.
Yeah, this in our very first project we launched, that was one of the major driver that we went out and attracted a lot of people, a lot of leaders, because they wanted to benefit from these first 30 days having all generations unlocked. Yep. It's a very powerful tool that we're giving.
I love it. At the end of the day, guys, here's what's the most powerful. I think we drive a lot of the right behaviors here with this model. What's powerful is that 45% of the product is guaranteed payout. Every single dollar of the compensation plan goes back to the community who's building this project with us. And on the memberships, 100% payout on the crowdfunding membership. So how many of y'all think we got something good here? I love it.